What's up, teammates? You know, the debate is when it comes to penalties, who's to blame? Is it bad coaching or is it players not doing their job? Is it, not being told the right thing or is it not doing the right thing? Is it not studying on the play? There's a lot of things that people try to figure out to explain who penalties on and what's coaching and what's players. And I think I figured out a good way to judge it. I think it does with uh, discipline is the coach's job and accountability is the player's job. And what I mean by that is pre-snap penalties. I don't think those belong on the player. That I believe belongs on the coach. If you don't know how to discipline your players well enough that they see these mistakes as something that they don't want to repeat because what they have to pay in order to make these mistakes is not worth what it is to make these mistakes. And that's a coach's job. You have to find what motivates your players. You have to find what each player does not want to do so they will do what you tell them to do. That's what you do with your children. That's what I did when I was coaching children. What one kid does and bugs him won't work for another kid. Like, what I mean is this. It was a kid who wouldn't listen. And what did I do to discipline him? Bubblegum. See, this kid was a good kid, but he wouldn't want to listen sometimes, and he would just be disruptive. As a coach, you have to overcome that. Now, I was either going to kick him off the team or I was going to have to find a way to motivate him. What I found out from his friends in school is that he doesn't like bubblegum. So, whenever he came to practice, he started being disruptive. I said, you either go stand in the corner and chew this bubblegum, or I'm going to kick you off the team, or you're going to be disruptive. And he didn't want to leave the team. But boy, did he get tired of that bubblegum. And that's what you got to find as a coach to motivate your team. And if it's fines, then find the players. If it's making them do extra laps, then make them do extra laps. You as a coach have to find a way to motivate your players to not make the mistakes that they're making. And that's it. Those are the penalties that people tend to blame on the players looking at it. But those are the penalties that the coach deserves 100%. Now, the players deserve the blame for penalties that come after the snap. You got to be accountable for understanding that you're not supposed to grab this guy's jersey right now. You know that. Don't do it. Don't try to get over. Don't try to get one over on the referees. Don't cheat. I mean, and it's only a little bit of cheating, and you're always going to see a little bit. Going to tug when you don't want to tug. But don't try to overcome your mistake by cheating. If you missed a block, you missed a block. Don't try to hold the guy because you made your mistake. Be accountable. Say, I made my mistake, and that's where the sack came from, and I'm not going to make that mistake. Not, I made a mistake, but I was able to grab him, and the referee didn't see him, so I got away with one. So, training, discipline, coaches, accountability, play, and that's on the players. So, if coaches and players get together and get that working, well, then that's where you have success. With these coaches, I don't think there was enough discipline for them to be successful. If you have rookies making those many pre-snap mistakes, you have to find a way to get these rookies to figure out, I don't want to make these mistakes anymore. Is it rookie fines? Is it making him dance in front of the team every time he gets a penalty? Whatever it is, as a coach, your job is to find that. And that's why I see we had a problem with coaching. I said that before, but looking to it more when it comes to certain things, especially when it came to penalties, there's things that, are debatable or arguable. And I feel like this is the best way to eliminate that argument and see for real the best way for a team and a coach to come together to be successful and to eliminate penalties to make for a coach for a successful coaching staff. And if you have penalties, you won't be successful as a coaching staff, especially if they're pre-snap penalties, because that means you're not teaching them something and you're not motivating them to do what they're supposed to do in those situations. So it's necessarily not about winning or losing, but it is about improving the team. So we can improve with new coaches, and that's a good thing. So silver lining is we got new coaches. Perhaps they're better coaches, and they can find a way to discipline the players. That'll help the players come through with an understanding they need to take accountability. Discipline, accountability equals less penalties. Silver lining is we got another chance at discipline. So we might start to win some, right? I don't know if we will, but even if we don't win some, we can't win them all anyway. The clouds get dark, but when you're looking for the bright side, come to the silver lining. Guru out.